Hey studs, it's the pop culture stud, and today I had a delivery from Terracotta Distribution, one of the greatest websites for East Asian cinema. They'll post a link down below, and they also have an incredible streaming service as well, which has all East Asian content. And I highly recommend Terracotta Distribution. Like I just said, I'll post a link down below. So let me have a look. Let me do this unboxing. I'm really excited. I've not actually opened this bad boy yet, but it arrived this morning. The Takashi Ishii, the Angel Guts collection, which is technically part 2 of the Takashi Ishii collection. So the first one is called Four Tales of Nami, which is really great. So if you like the Pinku Aika genre, I hope I'm saying that correctly, as well as true crime stuff, I recommend doing that, because who doesn't love the crime genre? I've not seen this yet, of course, but Third Window Films do incredible box sets. Let me open it up. As you know, I'm a really big fan of Japanese cinema. I should just name my channel the Japanese cinema enthusiast, right? Instead of the pop culture stud, but I couldn't help it, pop culture is in my blood, and I just don't want to do it about Japanese cinema because I love manga, I love comic books, I love Western culture as well as all other cultures around the world. I geek out over everything. That's my problem, including video games and everything. So Third Window Films is among my top 5 boutique labels for Blu-rays and DVDs. They do an amazing collection, and I'm sorry if, me taking off the saran wrap or cellophane wrap, as the Americans say, hurt your ears. So that's why I love the box sets. They're gorgeously done. Incredible. Look at that. That is just a thing of art. How amazing is that? Wow. Now, one film couldn't be in the collection, but if you go onto the Third Window's Facebook channel or YouTube channel, they do put a disclaimer up why they couldn't release the film because it's quite infamous. I don't know if I can name it or not, but yeah, there's a lot of infamousy with that because the actress would not allow the film to be distributed. So unfortunately, we're not going to really get that film in any of the collections. And one thing I love about Third Window Films is they actually take the time for their labels. That's what I love. They curate them with love, and what I love best about it is the special features are incredible because they really give you an insight into the genre, because obviously I've only been collecting for around maybe 2 or 3 years because this stud is still quite new to Japanese cinema, so I don't know many Japanese directors by heart per se. Obviously I know Kurosawa, Akira and Kiyoshi, so obviously it's an 18. It has strong violence, strong sex, nudity, sex references, and sexualized violence. All of these special features are there. And what I love most about Third Window Films is just the box sets are so unique, and durable. Because when I saw that it had the cardboard sleeves, I just thought, will that damage it or not? But no, it didn't. So I'm really happy that the physical media is a thing, because if Third Window Films couldn't release Japanese cinema, I don't know what I would do, because they release some really unique and awe-inspiring stuff that I wouldn't have known about if I didn't follow the Third Windows Films Facebook page, YouTube page, etc. And I'll also post a link of the Third Windows Films website if you're curious. But if you like true crime or the crime genre, as well as like Pinku Aiga, which is kind of like softcore pornography, but is very tastefully done, which I love, you know. And also we've got Radiance. Radiance has rapidly become my top five, one of my top five boutique labels, because the physical media that Radiance does is exceptional. I love this OBI strip, and they go all out on the box art, you know, like we saw with the Takashi Ishii collection. What Radiance does is exceptional also. Each film and booklet is incredibly curated. Like, I cannot state it any further than that. Because look, number one, see? Like, the discs can be quite simplistic, but I like it, you know? And I also love that it has a reversible sleeve, which I really like. And the booklets are extraordinary because they're one of the lengthiest and also in-depth books that you can get, you know, because what I love about the booklets is it gives you a keen insight into the Godfather trilogy, the Japanese Godfather trilogy, and other films in the label, because I love film and I'm I'm an amateur film historian, and I love researching everything about a film. If I love the film, I'll research it extensively, and sometimes obviously sometimes Wikipedia or Google doesn't do it justice, so having you know, content contributors that actually sit down and say, oh yeah, you know, I have vast knowledge, and then sit down and write reviews and write booklets and do the art for the box sets and everything. There's something that I'm passionate about also. I appreciate it, and I appreciate subtitles as well. You know, the people that make subtitles for films that are in English is exceptional, absolutely exceptional, and should be, honestly, we should actually have an award for that at the Oscars or the BAFTAs, you know, for best subtitles, because there's an art into it, you know, and I give props to the subtitles. So that's part 2 and part 3. Reversible sleeve as well. Radiance Films are an incredible label, and I cannot speak highly enough of Radiance, because look at that, it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, the OBI strip can be taken off, but I think that's sacrilege. You know, I always keep it on, and it gives you a really in-depth insight into the back, and it also at the front, it'll give you a big synopsis there. You know, I've not seen this yet, but when I thought, oh, Japanese Godfather trilogy, I'm going to jump on that. And that's what I love, you know, that the Yakuza genre in Japan, which is like basically the Japanese gangsters, the Yakuza has to be one of the most printed genre in boutique history, because everybody goes nuts for the Yakuza genre. And that seems to be the one genre that gets printed the most, which I'm not crying about. It's an incredible genre. And each film I see is so unique. Right. Oh, the one that I was looking forward to the most, Zenin Sword. 5 films based on Miyamoto Musashi, one of the famous samurai duelists of all time. He even wrote a book, you know, which to me is an incredible feat for anybody, you know. But his book is absolutely famous in Japan and around the world for people that are Japanophiles like me. I mean, I've not been arrested, but... So this box set is gorgeous. So Eureka Entertainment, Masters of Cinema collection, do some insane box sets. I'm not even joking. Like, each box set is exceptional. And look at that cardboard sleeve that just fits in like a glove. Oh, look at that. I'm in love with this box set already. So before I actually delve into this in more detail, let me quickly tell you about another Miyamoto Musashi film series with Toshiro Mifune, which is exceptional. But the only thing wrong with this Criterion curated series is I want it more. 3 films seem like it was really less than I expected, because obviously Miyamoto Musashi has such a in-depth life, you know, that is phenomenal and unbelievable, that 3 films seem to have rushed his journey in life. So when I heard about there being a 5-film Miyamoto Musashi film box set, I was absolutely astounded and in love by this. Like, honestly, this stud was like salivating to have this box set. Now, this series, instead of Toshiro Mifune, it's got Kinosuke Nakamura as Miyamoto Musashi. And the box set alone is worth the money, because what I love about Eureka Entertainment, yet again, takes pride in physical media and the source material. And they too have exceptional booklets that are thicker than 2 planks of wood. So as you can tell, it'll tell you in depth, and it has contributors that give knowledge in these books that have, I would say, more knowledge than a Wikipedia or Google search, because the passion in these pages and in these discs and are absolutely astronomical and should not be spoken of lightly. And the fact that Eureka Entertainment outdo themselves constantly make me smile. There's a reverse sleeve, but that's the landscape. And I bet my bottom dollar, yep, look at that. Oh, there's that fight scene that I've not seen, but obviously in the original Samurai trilogy, there was a lot of fight scenes like that. And the discs are simplistically designed, but what I will say is the bonus contents on the Blu-rays cannot be understated, because it'll give you a rundown on the special features, which all of them have 1080p HD upscaling. And what I love in the booklets for each box set, depending on what label it is, it will tell you what has been done to enhance each film, which I really love, you know, because I love film historiation, because it's something I'm really passionate about. Now that's this one as well, and it's got reversible sleeve again. But let's see. Oh, look at that. There's a fight there, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. And yet again on the back, it's got all the bonus contents. Now, what I will say about Japanese cinema, which I love, is the Chanbara or Jidaigeki genres. So that's like Sword and Sandal or historical epics. Those are my absolute favorites. And then it's Yakuza, which is second. And then I love the Japanese, like Neo Tokyo stuff, or Neo Realism. Neo Tokyo, what am I saying? I was thinking of Akira then. But no, I really love these films, because these films, even though I haven't seen them yet, these Japanese films have a special place in my heart, because it's so different to Western culture. And like, for films of this nature to be around in the 21st century, to be curated for us, to be made into physical media for us, cannot be understated, because we live in a time where we can watch films from all around the world. where films that were once censored are uncensored. That could be British films as well. What an era to be alive. We should be so thankful to be alive now, because we're watching films that you had to be in Japan at the time to see, or a series where you had to be in Japan to see. And I just want to thank you for watching this, and thank you, Eureka Entertainment. Thank you, Radiance Films. And thank you so much, Third Window Films, for making my adulthood into a new childhood for me, because I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. You can probably see me beaming because I have a passion which not a lot of people have, and I'm so grateful to have it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And if you love Chambara and Jidaigeki films as much as me, please tell me so, because I love talking about these things. Thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimashita. Sayonara.